Country today, where today we're jumping into Peaky Blinders, Season 5, Episode 4. 2 more episodes to go, and we're wrapping up Season 5. This show is one of my favorite shows. Not only is it because the acting is amazing, the music is on point. I have so many favorite characters in this show. But this show has short seasons where I know I could watch an episode, come back maybe a couple weeks later, watch another one, and by the time I'm done, I'm gonna be wrapped up within a season like this, and I still get all the joy that the show brings. So I'm excited. So we have, and I think they only have one more season, right? Season 6, and then we're done with this show. Okay, I'm ready to jump into this. Everything is set. I'm starting to, I hope and pray that Thomas isn't gonna die soon. Well, he has one more season, but I feel like we're going through him getting sick, or I don't know. I just have this gut feeling I'm gonna be crying by the ending of this season. And then by next season, I'm gonna be like wiped out. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be finished. Although I did hear they were planning a spin-off of Peaky Blinders. I don't know if Thomas Shelby would be in it or whatnot, but I did hear about this spin-off that they were thinking of doing. I don't know if it was a TV series or was it gonna be a movie, sort of how The Last Kingdom has their own series and then had a movie to, I'm assuming, to wrap up that whole show. But I definitely heard something about that. If you guys heard something as well, please feel free to comment down below. Now, if you want to see this in a full reaction, of course you can. For the second, third tier here on this platform that will definitely copyright all my as well as my other platform, Patreon. So please share one of those platforms to be able to see this in a full reaction today. Now, if you want to support the channel for free, please hit that like button, share, and don't forget to comment down below. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Peaky Blinders and find out exactly what the show has got to give.
Have your sad time.
Sad. White flag, he surrenders.
Mr. Shelby, my bullets ache to get inside your tinker head.
Oh.
We are the Bricktenderry Billy Boys.
We're going in Thomas's camp. They didn't do rules, they could totally kill this guy.
You know, it's a pity. I was looking forward to killing you. My white flag is a flag of truce. Yours is more a flag of surrender.
We should postpone our war.
Your brother left me a hand grenade.
You left me landmines.
For which I too apologize.
We might use our temporary settlements for our mutual benefit. Nature of the deal, as explained in my proposal. I've booked you a suite at the Midland Hotel. Also in the envelope is a cheque for £500 for your wife. She can use it to buy a black dress to pull a black carriage with your body in it. Should you break the terms of the white flag?
This week I managed to get to the people, York and Lincoln City, and my other teams that lose. I got to the goalkeepers, they all said £5 is enough for you.
We'll have all the names and numbers of the first division referees.
Oh.
No need for that. We need you to find out what they like. They'll be company limited, we can offer them all the lovely things that people like.
Okay.
And the things they don't like.
Whoever touched my family.
What?
Goodbye, brother.
He is scared.
They were sleeping downstairs. And then my husband came home. Downstairs, they must have heard a noise. They woke up. They started calling out. When he's drunk, you don't wake him up.
Oh.
What happened then, Mrs. Connors?
Killed them.
He killed them.
Strangled them, all 3 of them.
Oh God, not the birds!
Their singing was the only pretty thing in my life. I don't care, my husband beats me.
Oh, he beats you.
But not this.
My brother here will go to the Bullring Market today and buy 3 new goldfinches.
He wants someone called Thomas, Arthur and Finn. And I'll make him pause, even when he's drunk.
Her husband has lost his job and he beats her. Brings her to see her Member of Parliament. The Songbirds.
Finn, show him promise, Tom. Maybe we should put him on the track. Just a thought.
Your lunchtime delivery.
Green. Do you know his face?
No, it's Chinese.
Bitch, drop.
Chinese outfit.
It's Thomas.
Brilliant Chang is dead.
Perhaps doesn't smell like heaven. So I would say I have survived.
I like fucking everything.
Oh, God.
You should answer the phone, Mr. Shelby.
Arthur!
I sent a woman with a gun to your youngest brother's office. Good. The guns are pointed. Now we're all concentrating.
You don't need to do anything to get my attention.
What?
Now, what exactly do you want?
He's hot.
Anything happens to my brother, Chang, you die. If you die here today, we'll bury your face down with no hands. You go straight to hell.
I don't care about rituals.
Hold your fire, brother.
I'm alright. She fired into the ceiling.
Finn's all right.
May I take something from my pocket, Mr. Shelby?
What the hell is that?
It is the purest opium that has ever arrived in Europe.
A foreman at the dock estimated there was 7 tons of this stuff. It'd be worth approximately £1,190,000.
Wall Street. Now we all keep our ears open for opportunities.
Finn, we are conducting a piece of business.
Got a gun to my fucking head.
Always have your whores searched at the door.
If I see our bitch on the streets, I'll fucking cut.
This is a gift, Mr. Shelby. Gesture of goodwill.
Woo! My face is always like.
Sorry for calling the meeting here, but the location is part of the deal.
What fucking deal?
What deal?
What fucking deal?
4 boats, 4 days, up the Grand Union from Poplar to here. And underneath the coal, pure opium crystal.
Opium.
The 7 tons is bound for San Francisco. The outward ship doesn't sail for 7 days from Liverpool.
We don't fuck with the Chinese, though, Tom. Dad always said it. My vote's against it, Tom.
Polly,
Michael's position will be reinstated in the company.
This period of quality will be over. Which one of Charlie's gypsy decoy friends do you trust, Tom, eh? With a cargo worth £1 million.
motion carried. Arthur, tell Charlie we need 4 boats. Don't forget to go to the bull ring and get them 3 songbirds, Arthur.
What have you heard, Paul?
The man you cut went to the police.
Oh, he's still alive.
If she was, it would be your fault, Arthur. Find someone else who might be able to put your fires out.
Oh.
Record though, Paul. Oh, fucking God!
Love is blind, and it will take over your mind.
For reasons I can't divulge, I need to keep Jimmy McCavan alive.
But I've already got a time and a place for the killing. The sound of cranes and winches to cover the gunshot. I've got a Bentley to get me away.
You'd avenge the death of your son in any way you see fit.
When you check that little stopwatch you've got that controls the turning of the earth.
Oh.
Just let me understand you. Do you mean that Polly is part of this deal? Tommy Shelby, OBE? Does your vanity have no limits?
No.
I believe it's called the ego these days. She will marry you, but only if you agree to postpone any attack on McCavan until this business is done. I'm having an event. Yes. You were invited. Polly will be there. Polly wants you to propose in the proper way, and then she will give you her terms of acceptance. You can't read.
I don't read.
It's Swan Lake.
Ballet.
Polly says that for now, love must defeat revenge.
Comprehensive documents in all areas of economic life. I believe that the leaders of my own party have been very foolish to reject it.
How on earth did you get a ballet company to come to your bloody house?
I'm a patron. I also gave them a lot of money.
Then there's that.
And this date is your wife's birthday. She likes ballet, your wife. It's just... Well, you see, I did some research into her. Now that we are going to be conquering the world together, we need to have no secrets. Your wife has led an interesting life.
If you recognize her, maybe you can talk about old times, I too have done some research. So does Walt.
Oh my God.
And your wife's younger sister. And your wife's stepmother, Lady Curzon. All of whom you were fucking. In your country house. Sometimes even in your office here, in the House of Commons. Now, if you don't mind, I was about to leave. I need to lock up my office.
In society, you were judged by your hospitality. I would expect adventure. Seem like songbirds in the house.
Songbirds.
And then afterwards, we'll leave ourselves in the bodies of whomever we choose.
He hates him. Yeah, he really hates him.
It wasn't the blue stone, Tommy. It was you.
It was you. Batman, what are you doing over there? He's trying to kill himself?
It's Tommy's car outside. It's him. I'll get it.
What?
Now, I have some information from the intelligence officer. Conversations with Mosley. He wants the communists to consider his new party as retained, which means his activities are now part of your official remit.
He's going through it, y'all.
I stood on the bridge tonight. I looked down, and Grace was there. Off Dad's boat. The boat I was born on. We've never gotten off it.
Dr. Brooks said that you never arrived for your appointment, Tom.
Oh. How's he had it right? He said, forbidding is forbidden to us. We can do anything. Nothing can stop us.
Well, then at least throw away your opium. It's that goes the visions. Just throw it away. How much have you got left?
A lot.
7 tons. That could yours arrives. Give it away from me.
Seriously.
And I'm invited.
You and Gina. Because he wants to give you the chance to come back properly.
So I've come back from Detroit to become a coal man.
Ooh.
But if it works, Tommy thinks he can find distribution for it here.
Is it Snow White?
No. Golden brown. There is more money in this than there is in all the other parts of our business put together.
Tommy knows what opium does to people.
Tommy knows what whiskey does to people. Got an ABE for selling it.
I'll consult my wife.
Your father ran this business for a bit, and his eyelids and his ears were black with it, and then only fell half because they could. And that was wrong, Michael. Get it under his skin, and then see if Gina will let you lay a finger on her. I think golden brown is more to her taste.
Go ahead, Polly, with that fucking demonstration.
Which fit do you kick the ball with, Mr. Shelby?
I have no religion.
And the simple fellow?
It's a lot less simple than you might at first think.
Play if you want to.
10 sacks to start with, so you can test the market. And we'll deal them both now.
Well, for that amount, it'll have to be a check.
Don't take checks. We'll take a check if it's guaranteed by our mutual friend in London, Mr. Mosley.
Who'd ever thought I'd be doing business with fucking gypsy Catholic scum? Ah, but you're okay.
Yeah, I'm only okay until I'm not okay.
Your Chinese friends expect the 7 tons that leaves London to still be 7 tons when it reaches Liverpool. You have some kind of death wish, Mr. Shelby.
Evening with a tribe of gypsies.
Yes.
According to the invitation, they'll be in until at 9 o'clock. So that you're feeling tired and we'll leave. I'll be ready offer. Let's go back into the company.
Why are you telling us now?
Tommy has made contact with Chinese suppliers who have plantations in the Afghan hills.
And how much would you make?
Conservative estimate stands to make approximately £1 million.
Yes, do
Company
it.
make 3.
We always have to come back, right?
For £1 million a year, we do. If the ship gets stopped, it'll be the Chinese who rang. Still straight lines and simplicity in the 1930s. Nico is dead. We'll be able to afford dukes and duchesses.
Miss Tommy Shelby will be gone. And it will be Michael Gray arranging the ballet.
Where will Tommy be?
Dead.
Where he wants to go to most?
Heaven.
Actually, I think Mr. Mosley's a baronet.
Oh.
Mr. Shelby asked me to tell you that he's busy with the catering preparations. I'll be joining me shortly. And brandies were after dinner, not before.
Ooh.
I also have a list of options for the end of the evening. For those guests staying the night, all things are available. I am the queen of the ceremonies. And I too am not available.
Lovely. It's possible that you've met him before.
All I remember is I drank too much champagne. I wasn't taking cash.
It's a pile of bodies. Bloated wine. And comedy.
So that's why you brought me in here? To lay your claim?
He lays a fucking hand on you. You will be meat for Johnny Dogs.
In society, you greet a guest, you don't leave them happy. Looking around like a fucking dog. By the way, your brandy before dinner thing amuses me, but none of the maids are of interest.
Involved in a transaction with Jimmy McCavan, your acquaintance from the north. I need your signature as a guarantor in the transaction. Should his check fail to be honoured.
So, not only is the truce holding, but you two are actually doing business. If I sign a check guarantee for this man, it is proof of a connection between me and him. Something you could later use against me. You're curious about my weaknesses. And you've learned it's not cocaine. Not maids. But now you will learn my weakness is a tendency to trust people to your peril. I know you have no classical education, but just realized you're the perfect balance between the gods Dionysus and your guarantee of trust. Now perhaps you would introduce me to your wonderful wife.
Oh, the tonight's special guest might have fucked you when you were a nightclub hostess.
Since we all appear to know, and since knowledge is permission, was a bottle of champagne and an evening well spent.
The champagne and brandy aboard me. As I recall, it was the booze that put you to sleep a little prematurely.
Busy right hand from Phil.
Holly Gray, Gypsy Queen, will you marry me?
They're like never around each other.
I heard there was a family occasion.
Without you, I come inside, please.
His name was Frederick.
She gotta kill him.
And now he has no face. He's as ugly on the outside as you are on the inside. Now you peaky blinders rot in fucking hell!
You know, I realized something. On and off in this season is kind of reminds me of the Russian season where I kind of like lose track of what's going on. And it's nothing to do with, because I hear the voices in my head. I hear people saying like, well, it's because you watch it once every 3 weeks. It's not that, because as soon as like 5 minutes within the story, I'm like, okay, I know where I am. And that's why I really like this show. It picks up right where I left off. But sometimes there's maybe also because I watch a lot of shows, there's elements in it that like makes me go like, wait, what's going on? Like this Chinese guy, I remember in episode 1, which I did say it when I was filming it, that we mentioned the Chinese and that something happened with the Chinese, but like I feel like we didn't stay there, we moved right along. And well, didn't he kill that like we saw him kill a Chinese person and sent a message to the Chinese, and I forgot really why. Regardless, I actually forgot all about them until we were reintroduced to them in this episode. And then this guy, they thought he died, but he's still alive. That was the whole key to the gag, to the lemons, to the squeeze, to the juices. And that whole situation that happened with the lady almost killing Finn, I was like, yes, they mean business. Here's my issue, and it's not that bad, but my issue is there's so many different elements going on right now that you have to really pay attention to it. Like if you're just like a casual watcher of TV, kind of like I am, which I should say a casual watcher of like TV shows, because I have a bunch of shows I watch on this platform, but if you're not really paying attention, like focusing on every single thing and watching this religiously, I can understand why you would lose what's going on. Like, you would have to pay attention and maybe rewatch the last episode before you watch the new episode, right before you watch the new episode, to get yourself all the way together on everything that's happening. And that's my only gripe with it. There's a lot of moving parts, but other people might love that. They might like all the different storylines that's happening, which also could bring high stakes into the episode, which is what happened by the ending of this episode. I was about to say, I was like, damn, everything is going so nicely in this episode. Everybody's falling in love. We got a ballet. We got the Black Swan, and she's dying, and then we saw that lady. And honestly, to tell you the truth, Arthur's wife, I never really cared for. I liked her more last season. When we were first introduced to her, she was a very irritating character, but not as bad as Grace. And that's obviously hats tip to the actresses who play these characters, because it's not them, it's the writing, and it's how the character is supposed to be portrayed, and they did a very good job. In this episode, or this season, Arthur's wife definitely went back to her roots on being kind of annoying, but not that bad. I actually understand her. I've been understanding her because Arthur is a very hard character to want to be with. He had so many issues. And that stems from his own growing up and even how he lives at this present moment. So now Arthur's wife's dead, and him and Thomas have another connection. What's really interesting as well is Finn, Arthur, Thomas, and what was the other boy's name? I can't remember because he so died last season. So to me, that's last season is equivalent to maybe 30 years. So I don't remember what the other brother's name is, but the other brother and Arthur and Thomas had a lot more in common than Finn. Always has been that way since this show started. And now we're even keeping Arthur and Thomas more closely as Finn is still, Finn. They're trying to get him to get all the way together, but he's still just a side character or a side brother. And you kind of can see why. He's kind of really immature. All these people do drugs. All of them do drugs. I bet you money if they just stop doing drugs, well, they're dead now, but if they stop doing drugs, don't do drugs. You see what happens? Come on. But somebody's writing right now, what? You become millionaires, you own a whole town, you run a whole city, you run anything, you take over the police. That's what happens when you do drugs. Touche. But anyways, Polly did her big one. Now Polly's married. Thomas is still very complex, seeing Grace all over the place. Somebody did say that Lizzie is really good for Thomas, but I wonder if Thomas actually really likes Lizzie. I feel like he looks at Lizzie as a property, as he's always looked at Lizzie. And I find it very interesting that people actually think they're a good couple. I don't think they're a good couple at all. I think they're extremely toxic. I think Thomas's real love was Grace, and thank God she's dead. Because that character, oh my God, she was irritating. Even her as a ghost kind of on and off bothers me. Not in this episode because I just don't have the energy to be bothered. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, Thomas is very, all over the place. Now Arthur is going to lose his shit. He's going to do, next episode, he's going to do a bunch of drugs. He's going to be drunk the whole episode. He's probably going to do something crazy. And that's just what it's going to be. I really like the guy who's always singing songs, the Billy Boys. I just find him, although he talks, I can't even do that accent. I can't. I have to hear him say it for 5 minutes, and then I would get the accent down perfectly. But I like that character. I think the Chinese characters are very interesting as well. And Mikey, he's okay. His wife, I feel like, is going to hook up with Mosley, and that's going to be the ending sequel of this story. That's what I feel. In this season, by this season, I think she is going to hook up with Mosley, and something's going to happen. And then, Mikey boy is going to go crazy. Is his name Mike? All of a sudden, I'm I don't even know his name. Child, I'm so tired. All these damn names and characters. Ugh. It's the holidays too. I gotta talk to extra people that I never talk to. Anyways, let me get off this reaction. What would I rate this episode? I would rate this episode an 8. I wonder what you guys would rate this episode. It's still an amazing episode. The writing, the acting on point. But I get confused sometimes, so that's why I can't wait for you guys to continue to comment down below and help me out with the season. I'm looking forward to getting on with the next episode and wrapping up this season and seeing what's going to happen here. Now, once again, if you want to support this channel for free, please hit that like button, share, and don't forget to comment down below. You want to see this in a full reaction, join one of the platforms, Patreon or YouTube side of things, and I'll see you guys next time with more Peaky Blinders.